Cause we is back once again with another reaction video, bruh. And I'm about to bring you guys another reaction of another story time. So let's get it. If you guys are new, go down, like and subscribe to the channel down below. Let's get it, man. And if you guys don't subscribe to the channel, at least hit the like button, man. Dang. I'm about to bring you guys a story time, bro. The other day, I reacted to story number 1. And I just thought I finished these stories up with 2 and 3, so we're about to react to this right now. So let's get it. I'm about to drop some more reaction videos for y'all too, man.
I have a preserve by my house since we live in a highly populated suburban area and there isn't much green. It's a huge preserve with miles and miles worth of biking and hiking trails. So long story short, one night in 2016 at like 11 at night, I decided to go for a run. I'm weird in the sense that I like to avoid people when I go for runs. That's just how I am. I held my phone with a tight grip with the flashlight on and started my run at the edge of the preserve onto the dirt hiking trail. I felt I had more energy running at night too. It was weird, I don't know how to describe it. There were no lights at all, it was all just nature. There was also a dead body that came up in the previous week in the preserve. But I didn't really let that concern me too much since I live in one of the safest neighborhoods in the state. It was also a weeknight, so there was literally no one else in this preserve but me. Well, that's at least what I thought. I got tired after about 10 minutes of running. Yeah, I used to be out of shape. I had to catch my breath, so the first bench I found, I sat down on. I have to admit, it was creepy as hell being in a pitch black preserve like that all alone. It feels the same as being alone in the middle of a forest. There were weird sounds coming from all around, and to be quite honest with you, it was scaring me. Of course, most of them were animals, so when I heard leaves and sticks crunching nearby, I assumed it was a raccoon or fox or something. But anyone's worst nightmare came true when I noticed something tall hiding behind one of the trees. I couldn't quite tell what it was because an iPhone's flashlight is only so bright. I stood up and walked a little closer, and I was kind of doing a crouch walk because for some reason I thought that would make me more low-key. I got close enough to where I saw a hand wrapped around one of the trees. The hand was in a white glove though. I felt like my heart sank. Like I was suddenly in a life or death situation before I could even see who was behind that tree. Then they finally decided to reveal themselves. Someone dressed as a clown stepped into the range of my flashlight. I wanted to wait until now to mention this was back during the clown epidemic in 2016.
Oh yeah.
From what I could see in the little light I had, this person went all out with his clown costume. From the makeup right down to the clown shoes. The most disturbing part was the bat with a large foot-long spike wedged through it that he was holding.
What?
His head was angled down to give a more menacing, terrifying look, and he walked very slowly towards me. I had only one option, and that was to run as fast as I could, even though I was already so tired.
Oh yeah.
I didn't run on the trail. Instead, I ran into the woods until I felt like I was going to puke. Then I shut off the flashlight and crouched down behind a tree. I heard running zoom past me maybe 10 feet away. When the footsteps faded away into the distance, I ran back to the trail and ran all the way back the way I came. And I actually puked by the time I made it to the street just from running so much. I didn't mention it before, but everyone figured that the dead body found the week before was linked to the clown epidemic.
Oh.
It should go without saying I stayed away from the preserve for a while, and I definitely never went in there past dark ever again.
Who knows? Was that dead body linked to the clown being there? We don't know. That was an alright story. Let's just continue on.
I went on a solo camping trip to the woods a few miles from my house. After setting up camp and eating, I took a half-hour nap in my tent and went for a hike. It was a normal hike in a rather quiet forest, until I thought I could hear footsteps nearby. I could have just chalked them up to being the footsteps of an animal, but they kind of sounded human-like, if that makes sense. Considering how deep into the woods I was, and how far from any real urbanization I was, it would definitely be odd to cross paths with another person there. I didn't go looking around for anyone though, I just continued with my hike. When I got back to my tent, the first thing that I noticed was that the zipper to my tent was undone, and the door flap was open. Right away, my heart was racing at the thought of someone having been in my tent. I checked to make sure that nobody was still in there first, and then went inside to see that my bag had been gone through.
Yeah, it was a bear.
Surprisingly, nothing was taken though. I contemplated packing up and moving spots, but I figured it was pointless. Whoever came already scoped out the place and left. Therefore, they wouldn't have a reason to come back. Fast forward to that night when I finally got my tent to go to sleep.
They came back.
A few minutes after getting in my sleeping bag, I heard a noise. The first time I heard it, I had no idea what it could be. But the second time I heard it,
I want to go camping,
it sounded like...
Dude, I want to sleep in the woods, dude. I've never been camping, bro. Well, yeah, I have. Wait, no, I haven't. I want to go camping. I want to get some s'mores. I want to get some stuff to make some s'mores. I want to go camping. I want to sleep in a tent one day, man. That'd be pretty cool. Go up north, go camping. All right, let's continue on.
Like a staticky breathing sound. I sat up and looked around my tent, and at that point it went silent. So after sitting up with my heart racing for a decent while, I laid back down and tried to move past it. But after not even having my eyes closed for 10 seconds, I heard it again. Some kind of grainy, staticky breathing noise. I started digging through my bag.
That's crazy.
And found something I knew for certain I didn't bring with me. I pulled out a huge, archaic-looking walkie-talkie type thing, and the static was emanating from that. I instantly associated it with the footsteps and whoever searched my tent. But all I was thinking was, why would they put that there? Just then the static stopped, and there was a breathing sound once more coming from the big walkie-talkie type thing. And then in a deep, almost unintelligible whisper, I heard the words, "I'm outside your tent." It's crazy how in just a couple seconds your whole world can change, and how your whole body can be... It's crazy how in just once more coming from the big walkie-talkie type thing. And then in a deep, almost unintelligible whisper, I heard the words, "I'm outside your tent." It's crazy how in just a couple seconds your whole world can change, and how your whole body can become overcome with fear.
Yeah.
I frantically pressed buttons on the oversized walkie-talkie until it finally seemed to turn off. Then, I heard something hit the ground outside. Something heavy. I had a choice. Do I stand ground and protect my belongings and myself, or do I make a straight dash for the pickup truck?
Ain't no running into no closet.
I heard something else hit the ground right outside the tent. I chose the latter and made a run for my pickup. I left behind my tent, my sleeping bag, and other equipment. But in reality, none of that stuff really mattered when my life was potentially on the line. For all I know, it was some kind of trap to just get me to leave all my stuff behind for them to take.
Dang.
Or it could have genuinely been someone who intended on harming me.
Yeah. Can't take no chances out there, man, in the woods. You in there alone in the woods. You can't take no chances, bro. I'm not taking no chances. I'm getting out of there. I'm making a run for my truck. I'm getting that heck out of there. Let me know what y'all think of them stories. I think definitely the first one was my favorite one. If you guys didn't see that, go back, because I did that a couple days ago. Go back and go see that one. That was my favorite one I did. But yeah, that was alright. The second one and with the clown, and I don't know, it's not really that scary, bro. Like, especially around the time people was doing like the little clown, like the little dress up as clowns, like 2 years ago, 2016. The Killer Clown. That really wasn't that scary. Although, you never know, man. That's the great time for people to get away with stuff like that, though. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's going to do it for that. If you guys are new, go down, like, and subscribe to the channel down below. If you are new for daily reactions, let's get it. What y'all waiting on? And if you guys don't subscribe to the channel, at least hit the like button, man. Dang. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. I'm about to do some more reactions. Let's get it.